Thank you very much. My name is Ilona and I'm here to talk to you about what public libraries are going to be doing in this area and how important this is going to be for us. We'll tell you a bit about what's happening in public libraries and then give you some examples of some really interesting partnerships and also how we think that you could be even going further than what they are today. So there are about 65,000 public libraries across the EU, and I just want to have a quick check. How many of you have been in a public library recently? Yay! So if you have, you'll know that things are really changing a lot in public libraries. I hope that you've seen that. They've undergone a huge transformation. If you go into a public library today, you will still find a book, but you'll probably find a 3D printer, you'll find online catalogues, you'll be able to participate in learning activities of many, many different kinds. About 100 million people visit a public library every year, and we know that they offer a trusted space with a trained librarian and a range of different resources, especially for hard-to-reach groups in society. Elderly folks who are perhaps struggling to get online or with the current demands of e-democracy, doing their online banking, filing their taxes. Libraries are hosting job clubs, helping people write CVs. As you said, Brando, 22% of, what is it, 1 in 5 have not yet accessed the internet. We know that about 4.5 million people in a given year will go online in a library for the first time, as opposed to somewhere else outside of their home. So it's a key role for the library to access information, to access digital information, and also to cultivate media and critical literacy. You don't get fake news from a librarian. We hope. So, top 10 books that you would be given. So in terms of cultivating digital skills for tomorrow, there are lots and lots of emerging models of partnerships. You were saying something about partnerships with industry. We are, for example, starting a pilot now with Cisco, looking at the ways in which they can deliver their online training programs to these hard-to-reach groups. Previously, they've been offering these trainings in tech universities to populations who are already reasonably well educated, but they do have a lot of entry-level programs that can be of real interest to this group. In Aarhus, for example, there's a concrete collaboration between Open Data Denmark, the library, and the citizens groups, where the library is the connectivity hub in which citizens are learning about the smart city developments that are happening in their city, understanding and also being able to give back information about what they want from these new technologies. Libraries are also often a place where you can try out high-level technology, not just basic skills, perhaps experiment with a virtual reality headset beta program that will teach students about Euclidean geometry, for example. Libraries often have a bit of tech that would be difficult to afford in a school and another public space. Last week I was also speaking about the Wi-Fi voucher scheme, and we know that about 9,000 of those public libraries do not have access to high-speed Wi-Fi. And in the future that's going to be critical. You know, typically libraries would have some sort of fixed terminal, which is often quickly outdated. But people increasingly want to bring their own devices into the library, learn how to use them, and have an access to that. And it brought me to think, as I was listening, that the voucher scheme that's going to be piloted in the Wi-Fi area would be something that would work extremely well for bodies like public libraries. And you were talking about targeted programs perhaps in ESF. We've looked at this a lot. It's very, very challenging to access relatively small pockets of money that could be targeted at non-formal and informal learning schemes of the kind that public libraries offer, which are real bridges into perhaps more formal education. And we know that relatively small investments in libraries bring massive rewards it's an underutilised infrastructure. So that would be something that we would love to see developing. If this pilot works in Wi-Fi vouchers, maybe this can be really applicated. It was great to hear about coding. Libraries are hosting a lot of coding clubs. I'm not sure I'm ready to learn a new language, but I think it should be open not just to younger people. I think it's an essential skill for the future, and I think we should see ways in which we can focus attention on that really as soon as possible. We've left a little piece of paper with you with some pictures of an event that we're organising every year here in the Parliament. Generation Code, born at the library, which was designed to show all the ways in which, it's on the other side of the infographic, designed to show all the ways in which libraries are promoting digital skills, and we're delighted that we'll be hosting that again this year in the Parliament, October 17th and 18th. Very grateful for our MEP sponsors for that. So I invite you to come along to that, where you'll be able to experience a digitally innovative modern library right here in the Parliament. Well, thank you for inviting us here today.